نعم، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن سار على نهجه إلى يوم الدين وبعد. Our dear viewers, we welcome you back to another podcast on Noor Media. I'm by names of Kabuga, Loqman, working with Noor Media, and today we are going to discuss again about another issue in the Islamic line, but I'm not alone in the studio. I'm with our guest brother Youssef Zaky from Egypt. I beg that he says salam to
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We are most welcome, sir.
Thank you so much.
We are very privileged to have hosted you here on Noor Media, and we are happy that you are with us. Our viewers, today we are going to talk about the issue of technology. We want to discuss about technology. Why? Because today technology is becoming part of us. Not only becoming part of us, but it is with us and it is here to stay. But as we Muslims, we know that at the back of our minds, there are the Islamic teachings, the Islamic guidelines in line with using technology that you as a Muslim, you have to know. We are not denying the fact that everyone needs technology, but we have guidelines that we have to follow so that we keep our technology in line of our religion. Sheikh Yusuf,
Naam, Sheikh.
Being that technology has become part of us, what can you tell the viewers concerning technology? What are the expectations as far as using technology is concerned to we as the Muslims?
Bismillah wa salatu wassalamu ala rasulillahi sallallahu alayhi wa
Sallallahu
sallam.
alayhi wa sallam.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. الذي أحل الحلال وبينه
نعم.
ودحر الحرام ووضحه لعامة المسلمين فجعل ما في القلب ما تشعر به في قلبك أيضا دليلا على الحلال والحرام. Allah Azza wa Jalla, when He created human beings, He created something very simple in your heart to judge things, whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether it's halal, whether it's haram, even if you don't have much knowledge. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala differentiate and He put people in ranks and positions in Quran. So Allah Azza wa Jalla said, قل هل يستوي الذين يعلمون والذين لا يعلمون هل يستوي. And this question, when it comes to Arabic, we don't need an answer. It just you throw the question and you just let the listener to think more about how come they are not. But they will not speak it out. They are supposed to just have the answer in the heart and the mind itself.
So it is staying with them to think about it and give themselves answers.
That's exactly what I wanted to say. And when it comes, even in our daily life, whenever we have just a vacancy, you will find some people in the bus, they say, we need someone with good appearance and a bachelor degree.
Yes.
And after the advancement of technology, you will find we need someone, the age is this, and we need him with good appearance and bachelor degree plus dealing with computer.
That is the ICT technology.
Exactly. And after some time, they didn't use newspapers now and even books.
Yes.
You can just check whatever on your phone.
Yes.
Even your laptop, your tablet, your what. And even they reach that advancement of technology that they can use a glass as if it's a phone. At the same time, it's glasses you can see. And even your watch, you have smartwatch, you have smartphone, you have smart, even toothbrush.
So
it's a smart.
In other words, technology is everywhere.
Everywhere, and you can't avoid it anyway.
Yes.
The way now people are watching us, we are using technology.
Of course, yes.
And cameras, microphones, AI streaming. We have behind the cameras, we have a lot of people helping us. So it becomes essential and fundamental for everyone to know at least what they can manage to communicate. And I remember some people in the past, if they want to contact with people, it take like months or two to send a message on a horse or a camel, or even to send it with someone who is traveling. But now you just open your messenger, you see the person on voice and call phones,
the video calls,
and even faster than this if you are using AI technology, the artificial intelligence.
Yes.
So it becomes an essential for every Muslim to be aware what's going on around us.
So we as Muslims, we need technology.
Exactly, because we are human beings.
Yes.
Muslims are also human beings, and human beings, they have to communicate. Yes. And how can you communicate? It's technology.
It's technology.
Because how many? Do you remember that time, Sheikh, when Allah Subhanahu wa Taala? I'm just making dua to protect all people, Ya Rabbi, everywhere. Do you remember that time of COVID-19?
Of course, I do.
Everyone was suffering. And they started to think critically. How can I deliver my lessons to my students?
Yes.
How can I manage my business meetings?
Yes.
How can I meet this? How can I check on my brother whether he's good or bad? And all of them agreed in one thing to be used, which is technology.
Yes.
And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants people to think, to use everything on earth as long as it's not listed as haram in Quran. So وَأَحَلَّ لَكُمُ الطَّيِّبَاتِ. So everything, this is our main rule or our main scale in Islam, that number one, everything is halal until it's mentioned.
As long as it is not prohibited by Islam.
Exactly. Exactly. So one of these things which is dismissible is technology. Like you can use it, you can do your business, you can make marketing, you can hire people, you can start meetings, you can make a function, you can send invitations. As long as what you are using is halal, then it will go under the halal list.
Yes.
In Islam. And for that issue, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, "La darara wala dirar." So as long as this thing you are doing is not harmful to other, then it's a halal.
La ilaha illallah.
Yes.
So as long as we are using technology in not harming others, it's okay.
Exactly.
So
even not harming yourself, because your nafs is not yours, it's by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
So when it turns to be harmful, then it becomes haram. So in that line of knowing that indeed we need technology, we as Muslims, in our daily life, in our businesses, at our homes, in our learning, adding on our religion, that is knowledge, we need technology. So is it that the fact that we need technology, are we just applying it anyhowly?
It's not like that, but okay, let's mention some examples which will help me to explain more what is halal technology and what is haram technology.
Yes.
So number one, you have to get some ethics when it comes to posting, liking, sharing to others. So you ask yourself, you pause, before you watch that thing, is this thing you are watching halal or haram? Number two, is that thing I'm watching or sharing or liking or doing whatever, it is beneficial to my society or not? Number three,
yes,
is what I'm watching right now, is it affecting my future into better or my future into worse?
As far as the negativity and positivity is concerned.
Yes. So you have to consider all the aspects that I've just mentioned, which is halal, haram, positive, negative. Will it affect positively? Will it affect negatively? And then you decide. Because a word, as we discussed in the last podcast, a word which is written or signed or even uttered is counted in your book by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So now, this is what we call the scale of starting technology. Number one, you have to get some ethics, morals.
You have to know what you have to do and what you don't have to do.
And why I'm doing it.
And why.
Yes, I'm watching this. When? Will it disturb me? I'm just working for someone who's hiring me and giving me a salary. And then I'm leaving that person. I'm leaving him and his work and his business to demolish. And I'm using my technology. Wallahi, this is haram.
So that's why we have to ask ourselves, why am I applying this? Why am I watching this? Why am I posting this? And what impact it is bringing to the society.
That's true. And also you have to get some ethics when it comes to what you are choosing to follow. It's not everyone to follow him or her, and then you watch them dancing, you watch them singing, you watch them sharing some crazy ideas to harm people, to go against the community standards or your culture or your religion, and you say, this is very bad. So if it's bad, why you are sharing it? What is the reason? It is the best to just keep it as it is and hide it from people, so you cannot create fitna for other people. So guidelines you have to follow before you just go and scroll up and down to your social media.
So now, Sheikh, you have talked about posting, liking, and other aspects as far as technology is concerned. I pose a question in line for our viewers to benefit. If someone has posted a video and then after posting that video, I'm going to watch it, let it be on TikTok, let it be on YouTube, let it be on Facebook, then I'm going to click a like, I'm going to click a following. But the content I'm following or the content that I'm clicking on, that I'm liking, it is not bringing a positive impact to the society. Islamically, it is affecting my religion. How is it? What is
then you are sharing the same sayyat with that person. It's the same sin. As long as you accept it and you like it, you take an action to follow it.
Yes.
It means you are spreading it, because as you know that kind of Khwarizmiyat, which is meta things they are using now. If you like something on Facebook, it comes to you on YouTube.
Yes.
And if you like something on YouTube, it comes to you on TikTok.
Yes.
So you have to be careful and watch what you are saying and what you are liking, what you are just sharing with people.
So are you trying to bring out a point that if I like a given post, or if I share a given post, or I tag someone to share the same post, and that post, it is Islamically not okay, am I getting the same sin like the person who posted
It's the same. Even more, someone who can make a mistake who is not a Muslim. But you are a Muslim, you have principles, you have culture, you have a scale of Quran, a scale of Sunnah, a scale of the Sahaba deeds and actions. So for you, you know everything. So you are sharing even bigger than in sins. So you will get very much sinful.
So that implies that our viewers of Nur Media, you as a Muslim, you have to be careful on what you're following, what you're liking, what you're posting. Islamically, is it affecting your religion or it is not affecting?
Even
religion?
Something, Sheikh, I want to add here, which is, I think it's very dangerous.
Yes.
I want everyone who's just dancing in front of cameras, even removing some of the clothes, even doing something which is harmful or not beneficial.
Yes.
If that angel for death, Azrael, comes to you and take your spirit and you die at that time, you ask yourself, am I going to Jannah or to Nar? Which side? Are you going to paradise by doing these things you are posting? Or are you going to fire? Or you are in between? And which side you are supporting yourself to be with?
La ilaha illallah.
Very dangerous.
Sheikh, after having heard of a given tradition, where the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that if someone dies, all the deeds stop there, apart from sadaqatu al-jariyah. And then, is it that these posts that we make on social media, like ours here, we are trying to build up for our viewers to learn something Islamically, is it that when we leave this kind of post for the years we shall be living under the ground, in the grave, shall we be getting the rewards? And on the other side, for someone who posted something bad, will he or she be getting the sins?
That's true, because how many people they left us and they died, but whenever you check their stories, their status, their old posts, and you see, may Allah give mercy on him. You see, he's sharing very beneficial things. He left a lot of videos, a lot of books, a lot of beneficial posts and comments. May Allah give him mercy. May Allah grant him Jannah, Ya Rabbi. And how many other people, they lived their life when they left, I'm sorry to say, porn content, insulting content, harmful content, violence content, or even rebelling content. So these things will, why we are telling you to be careful of what you watch, what you like, what you share, what you post, because it will go even after, it will continue even after your death. So be careful. Will you want those people to like your good things, or will you be a fitna to other people to follow, even if you die and the same sins come again to you?
Yes.
So it's very dangerous, Sheikh.
So when people are interested in using social media, so what you're trying to bring out that they should first go back and consult Islam on how they have to use the social media platforms, the technology, as far as their desires are concerned. Is it the point?
It is. Also, you have to consider many things, because some things that we don't have in Islam to be clearly stated in Quran, but it is there in culture. So you have to consider that as well. So you have to consider what is halal and haram of what I'm doing, sharing, posting, according to my religion. Again, you will consider what is good, what is bad, what is desirable, what is undesirable, according to my culture. So they go side by side. And again, you ask yourself, if that angel of death came to me while recording my video, is it something good or is it something bad?
Because on that very point, we are now seeing people nowadays taking most of their time in cameras, posting videos, creating content in line with attaining money. But the question is, after them attaining this amount of money, in dollars, in pounds, in what is the Islamic ruling about that? Is this money halal or that money is haram? Because we see a perspective whereby someone is posting a very vulgar video with the vulgar language, with vulgar actions and disrespectful kind of scenes, and then at the end of the day gets a number of likes, 17k, 400k, and then he's gaining money. What is the Islamic perspective about that kind of earning?
You see, we have the exact thing you are just asking about in Islam. When the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, لا تزول قدم امرئ مسلم يوم القيامة حتى يسأل عن أربع. No one at the day of judgment, he will go to fire or to Jannah, to paradise, until he will be asked about four things. And the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned one of them, وعن ماله مما اكتسبه وفيما أنفقه. This money, what were the process?
Yes.
What was the process that you attained that money from?
Yes.
And how did you spend it?
So people should go back and think on how they are attaining that money from social media. Is it in a halal way or a haram way?
Yes.
According to their content that they are posting. Because if we are living with technology today, people are gaining money in various ways. So if someone is gaining money in that line of posting things that are not beneficial to the society and they are Islamically not desired, so that money is becoming haram.
Yes, for sure. For sure. That's the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, Inna Allah kariha. Allah Azza wa Jalla gets annoyed. Inna Allah kariha lakum qila wa qala wa kathrat as-su'al. Because some people, they are posting for the purpose of posting.
They just talk.
They want some followers. They are seeking likes. They are seeking like creating some crazy issues to touch that thing of culture, the religion, the wars, the countries. So they get a lot of comments and things. And in their mind, I'm doing this so as I get famous, or so as I get or attain some money. Or some people, they just do it because they want to create something in the future for themselves. So they have their own agenda. And this is wallahi haram. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, Al-halalu bayyin wal-haramu bayyin wa baynahuma umurun mushtabahat. Halal is clear, haram is clear. And in between we have something which we call it shubuhat. So try to just leave it. Be in halal and avoid haram.
Sheikh, in line with still technology, we have seen that people like to say that in line with encouraging other Muslims, we are posting different kind of things, but when they are in line with worshipping. Take an example of someone who is going to Mecca and Medina to perform Umrah, and then at the end of the day, she's posting each and every aspect that she's viewing or that he's viewing or he is within that very moment. What is the Islamic guidelines about that?
You see, we have two different aspects when it comes to that issue.
Yes.
Allah Azza wa Jalla said, in tukhfu sadaqata فنعم هي.
نعم.
Allah Azza wa Jalla mentioned in Quran that there is some kind of sadaqah which if you announce and show it to people, it will encourage other people to do it.
Yes.
And there is some kind of sadaqah or some actions, when you say it, it gives you some kind of shirk, of riya, that you feel pride, you feel that as if you are doing something.
People will praise you.
So it all depends on your
intention
and the work of the heart.
Yes.
So before you do something, you ask yourself again about your ethics and principles of using technology and social media.
Yes.
I'm doing this halal or haram. I'm doing this positively or negatively. I'm affecting people's future and other generations positively or negatively. And most importantly, I'm doing this if I'm dying at that moment of creating the content. Am I going to Jannah or to Nar? Which one?
Sheikh, you talked about the intention. If someone, like I said before, is reaching Makkah and then he captures a video for us who has stayed in Uganda to view what he is viewing, and his intention, let us assume that his intention is to give courage to those that have not reached that place, to work hard so that they reach that place. So with that kind of intention, is it okay Islamically?
It's very okay. Al-haddu ala ta'a. If you encourage others to make ta'ah, to obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by any action of hasanat, then Allah Azza wa Jalla will reward you if anyone follows you in that way.
Yes.
That's why the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, Man hamma bi hasanatin. And then he said, Man hamma bi sayyi'atin. So which means you are trying to do something good and to make other people to do something good. It means you have the same rewards.
MashaAllah.
Yes. وَالدَّالُ عَلَى الْخَيْرِ كَفَاعِلِهِ. If you tell people, if you direct people into doing something which is good, Allah Azza wa Jalla will apply the same reward in your hasanat, in your book.
So as long as the intention is purely to encourage others,
نعم.
to bring them love the same act, it is having no problem Islamically.
It has no problem.
Barakallah fikum. Our dear viewers, we are talking about technology that we are utilizing today in our daily lives concerning different aspects. Let it be socially, let it be religiously, let it be culture-wise and other aspects. But what are the Islamic guidelines? As we have heard from our Sheikh, Zaky, from Egypt, he said that make your intentions very pure. As long as you know that what you're doing, it is serving the cause of Islam, it is okay Islamically. Then two, make sure that what you're doing, you first think about it. What impact is it bringing to the society? If it is going to harm the society, then leave it. If it is going to benefit the society, then take it on. Then three, maybe think about the outcomes in front of your Creator Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Are you going to be rewarded positively or you're going to be rewarded negatively? And then maybe try to always make sure that you include that perspective of Islam. Is it halal? Is it haram? As long as you include all of that, it will help you to know which type of technology that I'm trying to include in my life. Sheikh Yusuf,
Sheikh.
After having spoken about all of that in line with technology, today we are seeing people are making a huge amount of money from technology. What advice can you give to the Muslims? Should they adapt it or they should stay away from it?
I think staying away from technology is impossible right now. Do you agree with me?
Of course I agree.
So we have to take it onto our own scale.
Yes.
Onto the Quran scale, the halal.
Yes.
And that mizan of halal and the haram.
Yes.
So if what you are doing is mubah or halal, do it, keep it, and be professional in it.
Yes.
No problem.
With the guidelines.
With the guidelines of your deen,
yes.
your religion.
Yes.
But in case you have something which is haram or just you feel as if it's not very okay in your heart,
yes,
it's better for you to leave it.
MashaAllah. As the saying of Islam is, al-haram bayyin wal-halalu bayyin. And between them, there are things that will look like halal and things that will look like haram. But when you dig deep down to the Islamic guidelines, it will help you to know what you have to do and what you don't have to do. That has been our discussion for today. We are talking about technology, how we should utilize it in the Islamic guidelines, not going off topic to reach in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when we are finding nothing as far as the rewards are concerned. Thank you very much for viewing your media. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.